Welcome to the Hands of Time 2024. This is our year in review. I'm Pauly the Bull.
Big John Silva.
And right now we're going to talk about some moments, some winners, some losers of the year 2024. What you got? I think we both kind of agree with the biggest moment of the year.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave that for last.
Okay.
So for me, kind of chimes in together with losers and moments of the year.
Okay.
The whole Diddy scandal, the whole Diddy thing.
Yeah.
No Diddy. that was like, I wasn't super surprised at certain things because you heard a lot over the years, like
prior,
things.
yeah.
And you know, I'm one of those people that like all jokes and rumors and stuff come from some part of a little bit of truth somewhere. And so I wasn't super blown away with certain allegations, but then some of the allegations, like the underage and all the other, like, it's like, and the essay and shit, like that's different. Like you was wild and got down, you know, like and it was consensual. That's all you know. It's a little bugged out and weird.
Right.
But that's what you into. That's what you into. I'm not one to judge. I'm into some crazy shit too. So, but when it became that extra shit,
Right.
it was like, damn, did he?
1,000 bottles of baby oil confiscated from the crib. Like that's a statement you never thought you'd hear from anybody. Like 1,000 bottles from a house, not from the drugstore, from the Costco, from the beach. No, from somebody's house. That's just.
To be fair, Diddy's house is probably the size of Costco.
But still, do you need that much baby?
But apparently he be getting it in, literally.
It's getting it, yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, but
that's one of the crazy.
To piggyback on that, the moment no Diddy, the year kind of started with Cat Williams, his moment on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast, kind of set off the year too. That was like the first. I think that was in January, and he kind of spoke to some things being exposed this year. Some people's things that people do in the dark come in the light, and so his moment kind of set off a few of the moments that we're gonna talk about, going through the rest of the year. So, but yeah, continue. Yeah.
True. I got that. It's not in any order, of course.
Yeah.
The biggest one for last. The whole Trump situation. I'm not gonna go political here. I'm not gonna talk about
92
over that.
92 convictions or whatever he had, 2 impeachments, and he's our new president. You know what I mean? It's like.
But Trump taking it over. And then more recently, this whole Luigi thing with the United Healthcare.
Yeah.
Like that was bananas. It's crazy to like. It's hard to think about it because it's like on one end I'm like, yo, damn, this dude died. This father, husband died. And they're making memes and jokes about it, and they're laughing that he died at his expense. And at the same time, they're gonna like, well, the corporate greed and the corporate machine that gets pushed, and all the people that die from you denying, they're not him personally, but him somehow having the authority to do it. So him personally too, at the same time, denying these people, how many people died under your watch, and you could have saved just by not being cheap and not trying to save an extra dollar to put more money in your thing. So it's like, it's a scary moment because, like. That's technically a vigilante. Like it's taking out. He's technically doing justice.
Yeah, and I just want to say that dude is a pro. I believe they said the first shot the gun jammed, and he cocked it, kicked the shell out, and picked up like he wasn't just no regular a gun. Let me just he knew how to use it. He knew what to do with it. He's a pro.
Well, I argue with that a little bit with some of my friends. So I don't think he's a pro when it comes to the words like terms like hitman or something like that.
Okay.
I do think that he's someone who he obviously had money,
he
did a good job, and he went to a range regularly and took the training to do all that stuff.
For sure.
And clearly he had his reasonings, and I guess we'll find out more detail on the exact reason.
Yeah. Now, as far as him being a hitman, I don't know.
Because people are like, oh yeah, hitman is like.
I don't know if it's his first time killing someone. But it's definitely not his first time shooting a gun. That's what I mean.
He straight up, he held the gun correctly. He did it.
He did. Right. You could tell by the way he held it, by the way he handled it. This wasn't his first rodeo as far as shooting anything.
But you think about it, and it's like, he basically went out there, and because things weren't going the way that he wanted, or whatever his, whatever we assume the reasons were, with the corporate greed, then he went and killed this man. And everyone just brushed under the rug and made it a joke out of it. Like, oh, this is a joke. This is hilarious. And they made just memes and jokes and shirts and a whole bunch of and it's like, part of it I laugh and I'm like, oh, this is that meme is funny. And the other part of me is like, yo, but he definitely just murdered somebody.
Right. Who, like you said to your point, who may not have as much power over the business as you may think he is. He's the CEO. He's the face of United Healthcare, whatever, but it's not like a lot of decisions are always his. You know what I'm saying? He's the face of it. He's the run the meetings and things like that. But it's not like what he says is the end all be all. So it's like, did you really change anything or make an impact by taking him out? You know what I'm saying? So that's another way to, like you said, did he die for nothing? You know?
And the thing is that like, they're still gonna have their meetings. They're still gonna go through. Like,
Yep.
you're not gonna change anything. But it's like, when does it stop? When do you take out another CEO of a different company because you don't like their agreement here, or do you take out another? Like, do you kill the person of this and like?
Right, because insurance sucks all around, especially car insurance nowadays. So that Geico Lizard, Flow,
It's a wrap.
the General.
Not the general. General's all right.
Listen, watch your back.
He's affordable.
I'm just saying, watch your back.
But I think that was crazy. And then my biggest year as a hip hop fan, as a fan of music, and a fan of beef. Pause.
You're a fan? Oh, okay.
Woo! Super pause. No Diddy at all. But a fan of the violence, a fan of the art behind it. K-Dot and Drake.
Yes.
K-Dot and Drake without a doubt.
Biggest moment of the year for sure. That couple of months, it was like March, April, May, June. It shut everything down. It was being talked about on political podcasts. It was being talked about on the news. The music being played in like other events and channels and networks, not outside of hip hop and stuff like that. The YouTube channel New Rock Stars actually did a breakdown of Kendrick's video. They're a comic book movie heavy theme channel that talks about those particular movies and things. And they did a breakdown for Kendrick's, Not Like Us video. So it transcended. This is the biggest rap battle ever. I don't mean best. I don't mean lyrical. Like, I'm talking about biggest because of where we are at today, with media and where hip hop is at today as well. With how hip hop is now pop music, basically, and whatever hip hop does is what dictates the culture, it's American culture now. And the fact that they were able to drop instantly, like remember, we would have to rush home. Flex is gonna play the new so-and-so diss track. Angie Martinez is gonna play the new, we had to wait till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, get our cassettes ready or whatever, what I'm saying? Kendrick just dropped was the code word for something just happened. And it was like your Instagram, a tweet, YouTube, like it was just put wherever. It wasn't on the radio. It was instantly put wherever they felt like it. You know what I'm saying? They had control of when it came out, where it came out, how it came out, instead of, sending the tape to the radio station. Okay, we're gonna play it at 6 o'clock. We're gonna play it at, what I'm saying? Like, no, it was you going to sleep and all of a sudden Kendrick just dropped. Like, wait, what? I gotta get up. I gotta get up and I gotta put, what I'm saying? And that's ultimately what won the battle, because, Kendrick was prepared. So when Drake, dropped his Family Matters track, 20 minutes later, Meet the Grams dropped. And the same way we feel about Joyner Lucas' album being swept under the rug, his song got swept under the rug because Meet the Grams was diabolical. It was evil.
Beautiful.
It was
a masterpiece.
It was.
You put that pen to paper.
And it was. All he had to do was press upload. Like, what I'm saying? It didn't have to wait another day. And that was Friday night. So it didn't have to wait till Monday. It didn't have to wait till, a certain time or a certain show to premiere it, or send it to your favorite DJ to premiere it. Or no, he was like, all right, send.
But I still feel like, and again, it could just be the Drake hater in me, because I'm just like, I like some of his music. I've been over this a million times. He don't have no classic albums. But anyway, but I don't feel like. I did like some of the songs that Drake put out, but still, even the bars that he had towards Kendrick, which are like, oh, you're short. Oh,
right.
You cheated on your girl.
Right.
Oh, you have little feet. Like
Right.
and where Kendrick was like dropping Bible verses, like like
Yeah.
something unholy. It was just ridiculous. So I felt like there wasn't even a chance. And he's 0-3.
Well, I mean, he beat Meek, so 1 and 2.
I don't know. Him talking about getting peed on is a big deal.
A lot of people swept it under the rug. Again, it
It's
didn't.
a big deal.
That's
because
but
he's
Kendrick
super
brought it
famous.
back up.
That's because he's super famous.
Kendrick explained it to Drake's son, like, don't let no man pee on you. Don't listen to your daddy. Don't let no man get away with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So and that was the different angle that he went to. Like, talking to his family that's different. Like, nobody thought about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit your parents down and talk to them about you. I'm not even gonna talk to you. You move aside. Hey, dear Adonis, like, your dad is a piece of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just wild. Like, he talking to his son, and yeah, it was just different.
You know, when Adonis is like 15 and he's in that Hate You Dad stage, he's gonna play that shit mad loud in the crib.
Boom, boom.
Like,
and that
you know what?
beat,
Kendrick was right.
that Alchemist beat is just, it sounds like a scary movie. Just the piano, boom, boom, boom. Like, it's just scary. So Kendrick kind of lived up to that boogeyman persona that people hyped up, and I was like, you should have believed it. You know, sometimes you gotta, the jokes be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we're still talking about this now. That's how big the moment itself. It wasn't even a moment. It took over the year. It really took over the year. And to speak to like winners, I just got to admit that, you know, Los Angeles won this year. The Dodgers beat the Yankees. Kendrick beat Drake. Like, the LA, you know, music sound is back and prevalent again. It was the Kobe year, 2024. 24 is Kobe's number. This was LA's year, so we should have knew from jump. Nobody else stood a chance. Tyler Creator had a great album. He's from LA. Like, it was just LA's year this year, and yeah, it's still going. I mean, like I said, he's gonna spill over into next year. Super Bowl in February, concert starting I think in April or May or something like that. We got Drake filing paperwork against his record label because of Not Like Us. It's like, dude, it's not gonna end. We might get a trial out of this. We might get a trial,
Which is crazy because like you had rap in the 90s. You had rappers talking about like, I'm gonna kill your mother,
Yeah.
and people were like, all right, well, I'm gonna write something back,
Yeah.
or fight each other. And
Yeah.
now he's like, meet the Grams. He's like, you know what? You called me you said
Yeah.
like minors.
You better lawyer up,
I'm gonna
bucko.
lawyer-
You better lawyer up, pal.
But somewhere there was I forgot who, and I don't want to misquote the wrong person. I remember there was a TikTok though of like some popular rappers talking about like the way it works, and it's like with the Super Bowl. I think it might have been 50 Cent, but it was anyway. They were talking about like basically Drake's tactic that even if he doesn't believe this is true and that there are numbers, he was like he could go at the NFL like, hey, you're a big company, like, do you want to be involved in this kind of lawsuit with letting this song play? Like, to make sure that song doesn't play. He's like, hey, like they're talking about sexual assault and minors and they're making accusations. Like, do you want to be involved in this? And he's like hoping it'll work.
And I think he's not. So that song has to be played. It was the song of the year. Maybe not numbers wise. I think Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift.
I still don't know who that is.
I just learned who she was. But apparently her song was bigger. Streaming wise, got it. Impact wise, totally different. Streaming wise, have at it, cool. So that at least the instrumental of that song or something has to be played. You know what I'm saying? Now, can he say all of those things that he said in the song in Super Bowl? No.
Was a live performance though, right?
Yeah.
He could pull the NWA. He could just do it anyway.
He could, but then he'd be banned, never coming again. But I
That's
guess
fine. You
it's
have to
worth
do it
it.
once.
It's worth
What
it.
are you, Rihanna? You don't have to do
It's
more
worth
once.
it. It's worth it. I mean, he already did it. He was with Dre and them a couple years ago, so this will be the second time. But yeah, I feel that some way, some shape or form, he's gonna at least get the instrumental of that or something of that song is gonna play. Saying, you know, the P word, maybe not, but the A minor line, he got to say it somehow, some way, because I want to hear that whole stadium, A minor, like, you just got to hear that. But then again, like I said, he dropped GNX, which has a couple songs that he could also do there that have that stadium sound where everybody can chime in and sing along too. So he kind of made up for that. You know what I'm saying? I think
Squabble
kind
Up
of
is gonna sound crazy.
Yeah. So he's good on that. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing that came from it, what do you think about the Andrew Schultz back and forth with Kendrick? You heard about that?
Yes.
I
I did love it. Like, so I don't get the K Dot, like, because my thing is when it comes to comedy, I don't think there's any rules when it comes to comedy. Comedians do what they do. They're supposed to make their jokes and do what they do. So I don't fully understood like K.I.'s problem with the place because like him trying to be like, oh well, don't talk about no white comedy, talk about no black man. But at the same time, I agree with what Schultz was saying, like yo, like you're not the most respectful people to women, like rappers in general is a good thing. So I get
But
where
that's
you're going
where
from.
Schultz lost the argument because he couldn't say that about Kendrick. He had to say hip hop, rappers, but Kendrick said it. Kendrick, does he do that?
Well, that's the difference. So the way I'm looking at it is that Kendrick said, "Don't let no
White comedian talk about."
He didn't say Andrew Schultz,
right?
So he said, "Don't no
which
rappers."
is also
He
the
ain't say
point.
K-Dot.
But he didn't say Andrew Schultz's name either. So you wanted this moment because if you watch the clip where allegedly that he might be referring to, Andrew said, "Kendrick fans get him." When he was sitting with another podcast group of guys, and they spoke about, he made the joke about black women, being abusive, whatever. And at the end of it, he said to the other podcasters, Kendrick fans get him. So he called the fans on those guys, but they ended up attacking him. So you did want to activate the fans, just not on yourself. But then when Kendrick said no white comedian, he didn't say your name, but hit dogs holler. So now you took the fight on. And I agree that comedians can make jokes about things. He should have left it at that. If he'd have just stuck on, I'm a comedian, it's just jokes, moving on. But then when he tried to say, yeah, but you guys did it, now you lost your argument. Because is your point because I'm just a comedian, or is your point, well, you do this too? You know what I'm saying? What's your point? Because if your point is, well, y'all say it, now you sound like every other white person that want to say the N-word. Well, you get to say it, why can't I? You get to, you know what I'm saying? So is that your reason for making that joke? Or is it because you're a comedian? If you stood on the comedian side, you got it. No argument.
Yeah,
you're a comedian making jokes. But now you doubling down and saying, well, you guys get to you get to say some stuff, and I want to rappers in general. Okay.
I don't know why though, because like Andrew Schultz are like, and the podcast he's talking about shits and gigs.
Yeah.
I enjoy the podcast too. But when K dropped that line, I didn't immediately think of Andrew Schultz.
Me neither.
Like that's not what I was.
Me neither.
So like,
he did.
But I guess it also made it where it was like.
But I think he wanted this moment.
Yeah,
I think he wanted the, and that's why I said, are you really standing on the joke, or are you embracing this moment because you guys I'm involved now, because like we just said, this is the biggest moment of the year. Now I'm a part of it. Yay! Look at me. I'm here too now. You know what I'm saying? So are you really standing on the joke, or are you just capitalizing on the moment? You know what I'm saying? That's my issue. If he'd have just stood on, it's just a joke, dude. Like, we just making jokes. It wasn't funny, but that's debatable. If some people found it funny, some people might not. A joke is a joke. Got it. Some people say the same thing about rappers. Rappers don't always mean what they say either. So then you shouldn't have took offense to it. But you went in on him saying that line that might not have even been about you. So it's hypocritical on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's hypocritical for a rapper to make the statement, but again, Kendrick usually stands on his beliefs or whatever. His argument wasn't, well, Kendrick has said, well, Kendrick has done. It was, well, rappers do. Well, rappers, he quoted Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style songs 20, 30 years ago. He quoted he quoted No Vaseline. He was going back and forth with Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jr. about No Vaseline from years ago. Ice Cube now makes Disney movies, and you know what I'm saying? So you're making your argument worse by trying to explain where the explanation is, it was a joke. And that's it, it was a joke. But you come off as a typical white dude trying to make it more than what it is. That's my only issue with him. I'm a fan of Andrew Schultz. I find something like, again, I don't have a stand-up that I go to like, yo, this was his, no. But he's funny at times.
Yeah,
he does very good crowd work.
He's
good with his crowd work. He's good with like off-the-cuff, like, freestyle jokes and stuff, at his stage shows and stuff like that. But
I'm kind of tired of that, by the way. Like,
and I think,
work, I'm like,
and I think that's his thing. So now I watch his joint. Again, he did a show in Madison Square Garden, which is a big deal. Big deal, he took his pops there. As he's a New Yorker, so that's definitely a big deal as a New Yorker to play in the Garden.
Oh yeah,
that's huge. Nothing came from that though. Like nobody's like, yo, that show was hilarious. Like, yo, I can't wait till you do it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and again, not to down him. I'm a fan. I've been a fan since Guy Code and stuff. He's been a funny, witty dude. You know what I'm saying? But I think he kind of jumped on this moment because, like we said, it's the biggest moment of the year, and he kind of found a way to. I think even on the next episode of Brilliant Idiots with him and Charlamagne, he was like, "Oh, the album went #1 because I'm on it," and it's like you're making this about you, and we don't even know for sure if he was talking about you. And Noah Kendrick,
get 15 minutes though.
right? And speaking of 15 minutes of fame, we spoke about on one of the episodes of Words Music Dance about the Hot Tour girl. She had her 15 minutes. Then she scammed people on some cryptocurrency. Her time is up.
Did she scam people though? Or did she just make a cryptocurrency name on it and people went crazy and bought it?
Well, that's what people call them a scam. But yeah, that's exactly what it is.
She was like, yo, you do this, you definitely gonna be rich.
Which is why I wouldn't get it on that. But again, common sense would make you see it that way.
Well, meme coins are a thing now.
Right.
They're just selling like crazy.
Right. Because it's a get-rich-quick scheme for the person that creates it. You know what I'm saying? Which is what cryptocurrency, which is what I thought it was. I wish I would have bought some Bitcoin 12 years ago.
Bro,
but
I don't even want to get into like
right.
I had this dude tell me about like Bitcoin. He was like when I was back in Best Buy years ago, and he was trying to explain to me how bit mining works and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like and because he was buying a bunch of fucking hard drives and shit, and he was trying to explain how it works, and I was like, I don't care. Just buy these hard drives.
Right.
And I wish I would listen and pay attention.
If I had just put $1 on, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe Lamborghini and
right.
Killing. But it happens.
But yeah, I mean, but that's where we're at right now. You know, social media, you know, is the new currency. People want their 15 minutes. People want their moment to shine. People want to be a part of the biggest moments that are going on. You know what I'm saying? So even going back to Cat Williams, when he did his episode with, you know, Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, everybody that he mentioned was then on Club Shay Shay, you know, following. So Cedric Entertainer was on there. You know, a bunch of comedians that Cat brought up was calling Shannon, I want to be on the next. I want to, you know, not you know, not to say they just wanted to be a part of the moment, but they also wanted to defend themselves or get their point of view. But it was like,
Cat was dropping some bombs though.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Full circle, he kind of set the year off, you know, to where we're at today now with a lot of these allegations, things. Jay-Z's name now been thrown into some things. An unnamed woman was also allegedly a part of that night. And the way I see it, and I had this conversation, you know, Benny and Manny, we were talking about it the other day and stuff. I kind of know that Jay, they have been involved in some stuff. I don't know if they did that, the allegation that came up. I don't know for sure because a lot of that story seems a little fishy. We all kind of know about Jay and Foxy Brown. You know, we all know that the age between him and Beyonce, and it's funny. It's iffy when they started dating, how old she was with her.
But one thing I did to say that throws me off, not to get off the subject, but like, so anyone who grew up like we grew up, straight in the hood, like it was normal for the neighborhood drug dealer to holler at the 16-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl, and everyone was like, that's just normal.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because you yourself, you're 12, 13, 14, thinking it's normal.
Right.
When you become an adult, you're like, that dude was a pedophile.
And that's what I'm saying. We know these things. That stuff, this allegation has been brought up. I don't know how true that is. The other stuff that we do know is like, I know about it. We all kind of know about it. People know about it, you know what I'm saying? This particular, I'm like, I don't know.
It's so hard too, because you don't want to question, you want to dismiss, you know, a possible SA case and be like, oh, like, nah, that one was lying. At the same time, it's so hard because everything's a money grab nowadays. That's like, you know, you never know where to go.
And like Drake fans now are like, oh, you guys' favorite rapper now is being accused, and now y'all questioning it. And well, dude, we saw you kiss a 17-year-old girl on stage. You're DMing Millie Bobby Brown, I miss you. That's creepy. Like, it's creepy.
Super creepy.
So,
it's like Joe Biden sniffing kids.
You know what I mean? It's creepy. So, yes, we are questioning this event, these allegations, this event. Your man's has done stuff out in the open, and we see it, and it's creepy. Okay? It's weird. Yes. Speaking of Joe Biden, he just pardoned his son. That's why I said it's been a year of nepotism. Biden pardoned his son. LeBron got his son a guaranteed NBA contract. So, you know, what you doing for your son?
We gonna watch Sonic 3 next week.
That's all you got?
That's what we
Better
got.
get him some Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, Sonic 3. He had a Nova. But
Did we
but
miss
I
anything?
seen that with the part in the sun thing. I was like, I mean, at one part I'm like, yo, like that's some fake ass shit. But then I was on the hood to like,
I would, yeah, no, for sure. We all would listen. That's the epitome of. Do you know who my dad is? I'm gonna call my dad. We don't always get that benefit, you know what I'm saying? So when you can throw that card down at the table, absolutely, you're gonna use that. My dad will get me out of here, like for sure. So it's like the thing that makes it bad is Joe said he wasn't going to do it, and then he did it. And I guess it's like one of those. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna do it.
But no, that might be the dementia.
That is true too.
That might not be the dementia. He's like,
I said that.
Oh. I don't remember saying that. Show me video.
Right. So, but yeah, that's the only bad thing. Like, don't front and be like, I'm not. You know, he's got to learn his lesson. Da, da, da. Then it's like, all right, on my way out, hey, get free my man, free my son. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just like the part that I get. Like, I've seen some people get mad at it. Like, so I wasn't a Joe Biden fan. Never been a Joe Biden fan. Personally, but when people were mad at him for doing it, like you saying you wouldn't have done that for your son?
Right.
Like, I definitely would have been like, depending on the crime, like, yo, like, you know.
And I think that's what people are mad at, that they couldn't do it. I think it's one of those, if it was me, hell yeah. But because it's not me,
Like,
boo.
do I pardon my son or El Chapo?
Right. You feel me? It's like, come on. I think, didn't Trump pardon, like, Kodak Black or somebody? Like, when he was on his way out? Like, and then people were mad at him for being at a Trump rally. Yeah, this dude just freed him. He got my vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, duh. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people get mad at something like, should have been me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think the hate is. It's not like, that's wrong that he did that. It's, I wish I had somebody do that for me.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's the biggest issue. But what are we looking forward to in 2025?
So, movie-wise, I'm looking for 28 years later. I've been hyped.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been mad if I had to wait a few more years till it was actually 28 years later. But I'm happy I'm going to get it next year.
Okay.
I'm hopeful for the Marvel projects of next year. Thunderbolts and Captain America. I'm definitely hyped for Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For the 3-4 episodes that Punisher's in it, I'm probably more hyped for that part than anything else. But I'm definitely hyped for Daredevil. And then I'm as much as I'm anti hate Superman. I'm actually hopeful for the Superman project. I'm hyped to go watch it.
I'm waiting for a trailer. I'm not hyped yet for that. I need to
I love James Gunn. So I like what James Gunn does.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not a Superman fan.
Right.
I'm not a Superman person. And I did feel that Henry Cavill was the best. You know, he
didn't get a chance to really.
Yeah, he looked the part. He did the part. You know. So, but that's what I'm looking for as far as movies go. But music, I'm hoping to get a Pusha T album.
We were promised that this year as well. Clips, I think it was Clips album. We were promised it would come this year.
I'm hoping J. Cole finally drops
The Fall Off.
I'm hoping for an actual Kid Out album because me and GNX is still like a mixtape. I'm hoping for an actual Kid Out album. And I mean, I know I'm gonna get a Ransom project. I know I'm gonna get a Benny Butcher project. I know I'm gonna get a 38 Special project. So that's just me. But give me something crazy. Give me like another Jay-Z or another Nas album. Something crazy. Well, Nas album's not that crazy. Because he's been dropping actually pretty.
Yeah, he had that run with Hit Boy, so I don't know what he might do next. He might partner up with another producer, or
give me like a Jay-Z album or something. Give me something crazy.
Right.
Or if you're listening, Dre, Detox. It's only been like 20 years.
Well, him and Snoop just announced Missionary.
Missionary, yeah.
So he went from Doggy Style to Missionary. Like, okay.
It's not done right till it's flipped over.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Speaking of weird sexual shit, one thing I found funny with the Drake video was like that he was like, I guess he was insulting him for being in 69, like calling him a freaky ass. He was 69 guy.
I think he was just freestyling that.
I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. Like you can't hate on that.
Depending on the
69?
girl, I think
how you gonna hate on 69?
Right.
I was with all the lyrics except for that lyric. I was like, how you gonna hate on 69, K. That's an important part sometimes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But nah, that's what I'm looking for. What about you?
Similar, same as what you said. I'm not hopeful for the Superman movie yet until I see like a trailer, till I get an idea of, because like you said, Superman is just a boring character. So I want to know what Gunn is going to do to it to make him interesting. So I'm looking forward to at least a trailer to get me hyped for it first.
Makes sense.
but also the Marvel, Captain America allegedly just had some reshoots done. They're saying that early screenings were bad again. I don't know how truthful that is because I know every early screening that I've ever went to, we signed paperwork to shut up. So who keeps saying that it's bad? Who's releasing this
But I
information?
seen something. I think it was TikTok. They were talking about like, do you think they're just hating because it's not Chris Evans as Cat?
That's what I'm wondering too. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how, because reshoots happen. So I don't know. They're just assuming the reshoots are happening because it's bad, or they're just, because if someone's saying that, then they're avoiding it. The trailer looked great. I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with it. How they're gonna, what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Who keeps saying it's bad? And why is Marvel not shooting them, taking them out, hiring Luigi to, because they're releasing information that you signed the NDA to say not to release. So that's what I'm curious about. And that's Valentine's Day. So that's coming real quick. So they got to figure that out if it is being tweaked and changed again.
You want to be what date?
Let's go. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Want a Hershey drop?
Right at the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? We got Kendrick. I'm curious to see his performance. Kendrick puts on a show. If you watch his Mr. Morale and his even the Pop Out show on Amazon Prime, those concerts are there. He puts on a great show. So I'm definitely curious to see what he's going to do with like 12, 15 minutes of Super Bowl. Who's going to bring out probably SZA. I don't know if he's going to have time to really bring out, TDE and stuff like more people. So I'm just curious to see I'm curious to see what he's going to do within that small time frame, you know what I'm saying? Because it's only like, the halftime show, like they do the commentating, then they do the 12, 15 minutes of the show, then the commercial break, then back to the game. So I'm wondering what he's going to cram into that little bit of time. And is he going to do, not like us, how much of it? He has to. So I'm curious to see how he's going to pull that off. Do you think Drake is going to be watching it?
Yes. He might be at the Super Bowl. I mean, he got to be there with Lil Wayne. Like, Lil Wayne made the Super Bowl, so.
And then what we didn't mention, too, is just the tour that he's going on is a stadium tour. So it kind of starts with the Super Bowl stadium, but he's not just doing arenas. He's doing football-sized stadiums, which is a big deal to sell out, not just 15, 20,000 people, but 40, 50, 60,000 people is a big deal. So he's doing a stadium tour, and he's going to Toronto. And I just read
Twice, I think it was
they just added another show.
Yeah.
The rumor is that Drake bought the first couple rows of the concert, which I'm like,
taking a 50 Cent move?
Yeah. But even
that was
if
a dope
you
move
did,
50 Cent did. When 50 Cent did it, that was a dope move.
if I'm Kendrick, I'm just gonna tell everybody move up, and we got free tickets for the back now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for sponsoring the tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want. You just paid for the fans to come and see it for free. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see how that.
Did it, the Ja Rule tickets were like $25. It was different.
Right. So I don't see how bad that is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what happens with that. Waiting for the fall off. Still wondering what J. Cole does next, because like I said, I don't hear his music the same. He did just re-release his mixtapes. And
you think he always planned to do that? Or you think he was like, I'm in a bad position? Like,
I think he planned to, because he actually bought the masters and stuff for it. I don't know if this actual rollout was the plan, because I think it would have started sooner, because he kept saying the fallout was coming this year. And I think it might have been a pivot. It might have been you know what I'm saying? But I think he probably planned to re-release them, but I think he probably went with the whole talk about it first, because he did like a 10 episode. He's saying it's not a podcast. It's an audio series, but it's a podcast. And it's like as they talk about it, then they release whatever they talked about in that episode. And so I think that rollout plan may not have always been the plan. Or it might have got pushed back because of the battle and stuff. So maybe it started too late. He probably wanted to do it sooner and drop the fall off at the end of it. But then it was like, damn, it's already the end of the year. So now I got to move it to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I know they did say he bought his masters back from Jay-Z and Rock Nation. So he owns all his music. He probably had to clear all the samples to get the mixtape stuff out. Hearing the mixtapes just reminded me again how Jay-Z dropped the ball on his career and kind of screwed him up from the beginning. Searching for a hit single, making him like listening to the warm up, and then Friday Night Lights, and then remember when I heard Friday Night Lights, and then the album came out, and I was like, this ain't that. It's not bad, but it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, Jay really dropped the ball on trying to make him a pop star kind of. You know, his first single, instead of being rap or something, was, straight up now tell me. It's like, no, That's not it. You know what I'm saying? And then he talks about that, how it kind of mentally messed him up. He felt like he let Nas down, and all that's his career, which is he feels he finally getting it right now. He's able to rap freely, and he's showing us his lyrical prowess and freestyling and featuring with everybody and all that stuff. Where he, wish he could have probably did that sooner, and then maybe he would be number one or whatever. Who knows? But I hear that and I'm like, man, the potential, the hope I had when it first came out, and then it was like the album wasn't bad, but it was just like it wasn't Friday Night Lights, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But I am looking forward to the fall off. I just want to know where he goes next. Does he address this year?
Does it sound like it never happened?
You know what I'm saying? He just move on from
You
that.
don't talk about this year.
Yeah, dude. Like, what does he say? You know what I'm saying? What does he say? He released that song, Port Antonio, but to me he was like apologizing to Drake. So I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, like,
You don't apologize to Canadians.
so I'm definitely curious to see what's next for him. Again, the Clips, they promised us some music. Kanye, what's he gonna do next?
I haven't looked forward to a Kanye album in a very long time.
I liked Vultures.
I know.
I liked Vultures. I liked a lot of the songs on Vultures. Vultures 2 had a couple, but I was like, eh.
I haven't looked forward to. Like,
Right.
I've been like, all right, this is a decent project, but I haven't looked forward to.
Right.
Because I think after my Dark Twisted Fantasy, then next was
Pablo? Was it Pablo?
No, the one that you hate, Donda. I'm not Donda.
Oh, Yeezus.
Jesus was Jesus,
Yeezus.
which to me is still like half of the songs.
Right.
But
Which is not good.
I looked forward to it because of Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Gotcha.
After Jesus dropped, I have not looked forward for since Jesus.
Nah.
I was like, when it comes out, I'll listen to it.
I still
but
look
I'm not
forward to,
looking
Kanye. Whenever Kanye is on something, I look forward to it. Even when he did the 7-song albums, I look forward to every week. Pusha T's, then I think it was him and Kid Cudi or whatever, him by himself, Nas, Tiana Taylor. Like, I look forward to each week. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was something to look forward to. But I still look forward, like I said, Vultures, whenever they said it was dropping, I look forward to it. It kept getting pushed back. I always look forward to Kanye. Whenever he says he's dropping something, I always look forward to his music. Movie-wise, back to that, I think, Fantastic Four. I'm curious to see.
That's next year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the end of the year. I think it starts with Captain America, Thunderbolts, and I think Fantastic Four is near the end of the year. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that was the beginning of 2026.
No, I think so. I may be wrong, but I think it is the end of next year, near the end of next year. So I'm looking forward to that. Just Marvel, where they're going now that we know, Jonathan Majors. I mean, he took an L this year too. We got to talk about that. He took an L this year. Messing with that white devil stuff. But obviously he was found guilty on a couple charges, and Marvel pivoted, took him off the movies. He lost endorsement deals, movie deals he had. He lost everything. But by the end of the year, he got engaged to Megan Good. So
Who lets herself get picked up by other dudes and spun around?
Which we also spoke about on Words Means the Dance. So you can take a look at that.
Never.
Listen, but I mean, maybe they had a conversation about that. I don't know. But after that, he proposed to her. She said
Bet
yes.
you're not invited to the wedding.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to that now. Looking forward to the wedding. Who's on the guest list? Is Michael Ealy on the guest list? And does she sit on his side, or does Jonathan Major say, "No, sit over there"? Sit over there.
Like, can I have this dance?
Right? No. But see, Mike really not even gonna ask. He just gonna take it. Pardon me, player. So, but yeah, a few things I'm looking forward to. Nothing major. I'm just looking forward to see, people getting things back in order, because there's a lot of setbacks. We got Trump coming back into office. The most billionaires ever in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how America is with being ran by billionaires. As long as they kick a little something back to us, I'm with it. We're going to see if any other CEOs is nervous, keeping their head on the swivel.
You saw that meme that was like McDonald's was so nervous they put the snack rack back?
Yeah, the back. Everybody, hey, listen, Ronald, you can get it, dog. Everybody going to be, watching their back now. That, CEOs just getting popped out here. They had to get some security. Oh, another big win I wanted to say too was Kai Cenat. We were talking about earlier TikTok and streaming and stuff. Streamers in general, it's a thing. Streamers now are bigger than a lot of artists. Kai Cenat just broke a record on I think Twitch for most subscribers. He had a bunch of celebrities on his. He did like a 30-day streamathon, and again, kid from the Bronx. He's only like 22, I think. He does a lot of giving back though. Like even on his marathon, he brought on other streamers and kind of made them popular too, which he didn't have to do. It could have been just me. It's my thing. Look at me. But he put other people on. Said, since you're watching, take a look at this and check him out. So I thought that was big. Similar to what Kendrick did too for his pop-out concert. He put a lot of LA artists on and stuff too. So similar to that. So I like anybody that does something that gives back and puts other people on, because Kendrick did that with the pop-out concert and with his album, since it was an anticipated album that people were looking for. Now that I got your attention, check this guy out. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was cool. And I thought Kai did that as well, so I thought that was pretty cool. Streaming is a big deal. Streamers, I wish we did this YouTube thing much sooner. I wish we did it when we was young, because it's some money out there. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them. They got award shows. They got all kinds of things. They get endorsement deals. Kai's been in McDonald's commercial, T-Mobile commercials with Patrick Mahomes and Snoop. Chime, Cricket Wireless. I think they out here. They get endorsement deals. They're big celebrities. So I'm looking forward to see where they go where that whole thing goes next. A lot of podcasters are nervous that did interviews, because musicians and artists don't want to do interviews no more. They just go chill with the streamers. So that's like the new marketing tool. Just go kick it with them. So we'll see how entertainment goes moving forward. And on Kai's marathon, he actually spoke. He actually connected with the longest streamer ever. There's a girl that's been streaming for 3 years straight. So she's like literally the Truman Show. Everything she does is streamed on Twitch.
That's crazy.
So we're at that point now where the Truman Show was a movie, it was science fiction. It's reality now.
Next is Terminator.
Well, Elon's making the robots. So yeah, we're there too. We got, AI is getting smarter and smarter. Elon's making some robots that's only gonna cost $30,000, which is a lot of money, but it's the price of a car. A lot of people gonna have them in their households, not billions, it's not millions of dollars, but people thought it might be. People looking at 20,000, like I can get a loan out for that. Give me a robot.
The scary part with that is that if the robot's only 30,000, it can do most of the work. Mm-hmm. Think about the employee you paying 60,000, 70,000.
Exactly.
Like, nah, that robot.
And that's what ended up happening with that. So yeah, that's gonna be scary. Didn't mean to end it on a somber note, but yeah, robots.
Fucking robots.
What else? Did we miss anything? Any winners, losers? We got, it is what it is. Like I said, LA had a great year.
Drake. We agreed on that, right?
Drake definitely was the biggest loser of the year. Just because he filed in paperwork after losing a rap battle. Dude, the Spotify Wrapped came out. He was top 5 streamed than everybody. He was even top 5 streamed. Well, I don't have Spotify, but my title stream rap came out, and he was number 4 or something like that.
I don't know if Apple does that.
I don't know. I see people put that. I don't think so. I didn't even know Tidal did it. They sent me an email saying, "Hey, look at this." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "He's on my list." But I did listen to the battle, songs in the battle. So, and he still had first person shooter with Cole and some other songs. So I'm not a Drake hater, but Kendrick won, and it's okay. He could have just went back to making music that he loves. People forget Nas beat Jay. Jay ended up signing him to Def Jam. Like, he worked for me now. Like, it happens. We grew up in an era where you had a fight, you dust yourself off, and you move on. You might beat him the next time. Or,
you keep fighting until you win.
You keep fighting, right? You know what I'm saying? Today, people don't know how to take a loss. They file paperwork and get their lawyer involved.
Canadians.
Don't understand it, but that's our 2024, recap. Tell us what you think. Tell us what we missed. Tell us what you think this Drake litigation is going to go. People trying to make him a martyr, saying that he's going to bring down the industry. He's going to reveal the truth that they use bots for his music. If he really wanted to bring the industry down, he could show his own receipts instead of focusing on that one song that he feels is what beat him in the battle, where it was really the song that came before it. It was Meet the Grams that did it. You know what I'm saying? So he's still caught up in the numbers.
Not like us, just catchy, but
right.
Meet the Grams is definitely the one.
Right. and he's too caught up on the numbers. The culture said you lost. We didn't need to see numbers to say that. We just say, I heard that he beat you, but it's okay. Go back to singing and dancing. We good. That's all we need. But you know, what I'm saying, we'll see you in 2025. We'll do it all over again. Let's see what happens next. You know, if Shannon Sharpe is interviewing Cat Williams again, look out for what he has to say then, because we might be doing this all over again. Who knows? But later, y'all.
Peace.